All right, we're out here at the Blacketeers home and the forms have been put down, and we're here to talk with Cody Clark, the home builder, about where we're at and what stage this is. So this is forms of being set. Kind of tell us what made you guys decide on how the home faces, the pros and cons of it, and why it's built up.
Sure. So ultimately, the way the house faces is up to the homeowner. But this one, we did have some discussion about it. So actually, the way I'm facing is north, so they'll have a south-facing back patio. And so I always tell people, think about where you want to spend your time at, right? So if you want to, it's perfect for the summer because you'll have a nice south wind. I was like, you'll have a nice wind block in the winter time. I was like, so I told them, I was like, hey, put a lot of effort into your back patio. Maybe not so much in the front. You know, the front's gonna be pretty, but let's not put all our effort right there. So let's put more in the back. So when we kind of orient these houses, we start thinking about, weather, wind, all year round. Just like, because my back patio faces west and it's awful. So we put all our effort into the front patio because we love to be outside.
Yeah, and so I noticed that the pad has been built up in comparison to, let's say, the neighbor's home. Not saying anything negative about that, but as you can tell, it slopes down from the drive. But this pad for these homeowners is built up. Why that?
Yeah, so we like to bring these houses up, to bring them up on plane, for lack of a better term. That way, I mean, we could build it. We could have built it down there in the lower areas that you can see to my right. But it's not a lot of effort, it's not a lot of money to just bring these things up, because ultimately it's going to be here forever. You can't change it once it's done. So we're just to do it right the first time.
Okay, now, and then the next question I have, because I've never seen this before, is, so now the forms are up, this is where the concrete's going to go, but don't you have to run plumbing and piers and things like that? So what's the next step?
Yeah, so we'll come in here and we'll actually dig a perimeter beam all the way around. So there'll be a 3-foot, a 36-inch perimeter beam, 12 inches wide. And then we'll come in here and we'll dig individual beams that will run the length of this. And then we'll come in here and we actually put piers in all of our foundations. So this one has 42 piers. So we'll come in here, we'll drill piers, we'll dig all our trenches, and then the piers are 20 foot deep. So then the foundation will sit on top of those piers. So if the soil moves, if it goes down, that foundation doesn't go down. It is where it is. It's not going to go anywhere. So it's just going to live on those piers all the time. So it's stable, right?
Good.
Stability is our biggest thing. So then after our piers are done, our trenches are done, we're bringing the plumber in here. He does his rough end plumbing, and then we'll do another video on the rough end plumbing, because it'll look like a disaster.
Okay, all right, so we'll be back for the disaster that will be the ground inside this form. So I guess we'll see you back that time. Thank you, Cody.